Right, you guys, back again with another video. So this is part 2 of how when I bleached the hair. If you didn't see that video, I'm going to go ahead and post that up above. So these are the bundles and the closure once I have finished bleaching it and processed it and everything. So this is how the color is looking when it's dry. So we're going to go ahead and sew this bad boy together, okay? So if you have not already seen how I sew my closures down, you can check out the link in the description bar below. I will place that information down there. So you guys, I'm just going ahead and positioning the closure. This is going to be a middle part unit, so I'm positioning it in the middle so that I can go ahead and start to sew down the bundles first, and then I'm going to come back and sew down the closure. So I'll show you guys that as well. So I'm gonna just let you guys keep watching it so I get ready to sew these bundles down, girl. Oh, just a disclaimer, I am using beauty bundles. If you have not already checked out the website, you can do so. Information is in the description bar below. They do have a guys, we're taking the first bundle and we're going to sew this down onto the nape area. You guys do not sew through the elastic band, as it is going to shrink the cap, so make sure you're sewing on top of the cap. That'll make sure that you actually have a good fit when you actually are doing this unit. If this is for a client, make sure the measurements are accurate. If it's for yourself, then you know you can adjust as you need to as you go. But I'm going to slow this down here in just a minute, you guys, because I do not cut the wefts. I do not cut the wefts unless I have to do that, because it does cause shedding. I do flip over method on my tracks, so I'm going to show you here in just a minute of how I actually secure down the wefts when I flip them over to make them really flat and seamless. Here we go. So I am slowing this down so you can actually get a hang of how I actually flip this track over. So you're going to start off by flipping the track over, positioning the track where you're actually going to sew. You're not going to sew at the perimeter. You're going to sew about a ½ an inch away from the cap, maybe not even a ½ inch, maybe a 1/4 of an inch away from the cap, so that you can secure the track down before you go back to the edge of the cap. So you see here, I'm positioning my thread a 1/4 of an inch away from the cap, and then I'm going to go from my left to my right. So instead of you going from right to left, you're going to go backwards. You're sewing back towards the end of the cap. This ensures that the track is completely flat, you guys, without any bulking. It's not going to come up. It's going to be very, very flat, so that you don't have to worry about cutting the wefts. If you are a beginner to this and you're just now starting off, if you don't get the hang of it, then you can cut your tracks, but I wouldn't suggest you do that because it's going to cause shedding. And if you invest into some good quality hair, girl, the last thing you want to do is waste your money, okay? So again, I'm going back towards the perimeter of the cap, making sure that the weft is completely sewn down flat, and then I'm going to go back towards the left so that I can continue sewing down this particular weft. guys, here we go again. I'm going to show you once again how you secure the tracks and lay them really flat when you're doing the flip over method. So you're going to start 1/4 of an inch away from the cap, the edge of the cap. You're going to go ahead and sew that part down, and then you're going to work your way forward to the edge of the cap to secure everything down. So I'm going ahead and stitching all the way to the edge of the cap, and then I'm going to go back once I do stitch it completely, you know, seamlessly flat down. I'm going to go back toward my left and work my way to continue sewing on the weft. So I'll let you guys keep watching. time to sew the closure down. So I do have a video on this already. You can check it out in the description bar below, but we're going to go ahead and secure the closure down. So again, you want to start off at the edge of the closure and secure that down. I do 3 or 4 stitches before I go on to continue sewing it down, but you're not going to sew all the way around the closure. You're going to only sew on one side, and then you're going to sew on the other side. So here I'm just going down to this side of the closure. I'm going to sew this side down, and then I'm going to go to the other side. So I'll just let you guys keep watching. You guys, now that we have made our way to the final width, we're going to go ahead and sew it down, secure the last track to the closure. And I do have a video on how you secure the tracks to the closure, so there is actually two ways, but today I'm going to go ahead and secure the track to the closure, you know, so everything is pretty much, you know, laid down pretty flat. But there is a second way which you do not secure the weft to the closure, and that's basically for easily removing the closure off if you want to replace it later on. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to secure the weft to the closure. So you're going to start off by sewing on the edge of the closure, and you are going to see where you can actually have placement for the track onto the closures. They have kind of like a line on the closure, if you're not familiar with that. So you're going to secure the first piece down to the weft, the closure to the weft, and then you're going to go ahead and stitch that all the way around. You don't have to do it like the closure where I sew on one side first and the other side second. You're going to sew this all the way down around the particular unit. So I'll let you guys keep watching. Okay, you guys, this is the finishing results. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you thumbs this video up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also shop on beautybundles.com for your closures, frontals, wigs, you name it. It is there, honey. So I did go ahead and basically add water to this because this is a natural wave. You can add water to it, and I did baby hairs. If you guys want to see how I do the baby hairs, make sure you comment down below and I will upload another video.